Good morning, folks. This is David Snell with ExecutiveRestoration.com. Got mold, we have the cure. And I've got Finley Surgeon on the phone with me out of Shelby, Ohio with BioPro Restoration. And we're going to talk about, Finley, what are we going to talk about this morning?
How to preserve and protect your crawl space.
How to preserve and protect your crawl space. And you know what? Finley and I were just talking. And we were talking about if more people would take care of their crawl space, they would have less problems with mold, wouldn't they, Finley?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to talk about some ways and what you can do to save money for your crawl space. And how are we going to start this out, Finley?
Well, there's a couple of different ways that customers can save money and do most of the work themselves.
Right.
To save costs.
Right.
And they can make sure that they have no more leaks as far as faucet and water line leaks, drain leaks, and make sure everything is dry as possible, so there's nothing going down into the crawl space or basement. But we're talking about the crawl space. But just making sure that they got all the leaks fixed and downspouts, gutters, and stuff like that. And
so what we're gonna so after that is all done, so you want to remove your insulation in your crawl space. You want to make sure that the wood doesn't have any mold growth on it. You want to vacuum it, HEPA-vac it, remove the mold, make sure it's all dry. You want to pull the insulation out of your crawl space, and we're going to spray a oil-based stain on the joist, on the beams. Now, what about the brickwork and the foundation? Can that be stained too, Finley?
Yes, sir. It sure can.
Okay, so stain the inside brickwork of the crawl space, stain the joist, stain the beams. Now, this is, mind you, this is all after you've cleaned the crawl space out. You've cleaned up all the mold in the crawl space, the beams, the joist, and things like that. And then you want to start your staining. Now, if you've got a pump-up sprayer, you can do that. But, Finley, wouldn't an airless sprayer work best?
Yes, sir. Sure would.
Okay, so personally, that's what I would use. Use an airless sprayer. Spray the foundation work inside the crawl space. Spray all the joists. Spray all the beams. And then you want to let it dry. Now, fumes, it's going to off-gas. You're going to have some fumes in the crawl space. So one of the things that we can do is we can put a fan in the crawl space out of one of the vents to exhaust the fumes and the odors out of the crawl space. Can't we, Finley?
Yes.
So anyway, folks, the reason that we would do this is because we have raw wood in the crawl space. So if you have some kind of treatment on that raw wood, then that's going to preserve your crawl space, and that's going to protect your wood a lot more. So if you got a leak in your crawl space, you've got moisture issues in your crawl space, and that wood is treated. Because, Finley, aren't most crawl spaces raw wood?
Yes, it is. It's untreated wood.
Okay. So we're treating the crawl space to protect your investment, folks. So, why this is going on, if you want to put a couple of air movers in there to get it dried out, you can do that too. But this is just your helpful hint of the day. This is something that will preserve your wood, to treat your wood. This is David Snell with ExecutiveRestoration.com and Finley Surgeoner with BioPro Restoration. Finley's out of Shelby, Ohio, and David Snell is out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And until our next video, take care. Bye-bye.